Hello, awesome people. Welcome to VP's Wealth Radio Show. This is Vijay Prakash, author of Amazon #1 best-selling book, Slumdog Investor. Today I have a very special guest, Jagdish Ahuja sir. He is the ex-president of Bangalore Stock Exchange and youngest president of any stock exchange in the world who has an experience of over 35 years in capital market, 36 years running. So you guys have asked me to do a video on coronavirus and its effect on the capital market. So I thought, let me get an authority on the capital market who can talk about coronavirus and its effect on the capital market. So over to you, Jagdish Ahuja sir. How is this coronavirus going to affect the capital market?
Well, we've had a similar case, where a bug has bitten the markets, and that, if I have to take an analogy, that was way back in 2003, 17 years back, when the SARS virus, which again originated in China and moved through Hong Kong and a little bit of Southeast Asia, that affected the markets. And even then, the markets then also had severely got impacted they got severely impacted with the virus, literally got bitten by the flu then. This time again, we've got the coronavirus which has come around, and almost this history seems to be repeating itself, but this time the proportions are bigger.
So compared to the SARS virus which erupted in I think 2003
yes,
versus today, which is 2020, how is it going to impact the Chinese economy? I mean, if you have to compare after 17 years, what has changed?
Wow, China has changed. China has changed tremendously in the last 17 years. China, which was having 4.2% of the world's market share of the global trade, and was literally there today, has 16% of the market share of the world trade. Not only that, China, which was ranked number 6 economy in the world, has already grown up to number 2, the second largest economy in the world. So these two factors have magnified the entire problem, which was something where the world would have not been noticing earlier, but now, because of the sheer size of China and the sheer impact it has got on the globe right now on global trade, it's got a major impact.
And what is the severity of the problem according to you?
Well, the severity of the problem is that it's fatal and it's infectious and it's spreading, and it has got coupled with two factors. The first factor being that it was just a new year, and we had the Chinese Lunar New Year which was there. Now with these two factors, a lot of people have traveled in and out of China. So the virus, and this virus has a latency period of 14 days to 20 days. I mean, it can go undetected and you will not even know you carry it for 14 to 20 days. So because of that long latency period, it's not that you get infected on day 1 and then you will not travel. But if you're infected on day 14 or day 15, it's like half a month is over and there's no sign of the virus. So that is what is making it very difficult, and that's what has caused it to spread all over the world, and that is what exactly the WHO has now called it a global pandemic.
So which are the sectors are going to get impacted negative way, and which are the sectors which are going to impacted in a positive way according to you?
Well, for China, the only thing I don't see anything positive out of it other than the hospital sector there, which will be, I think, completely run dry. But the challenges are very severe. China is going to get it this time on the chin directly, a kick on the chin, and it's very lethal literally, because for the first time, I think, in human history, are we seeing cities being blocked where you cannot enter, you cannot exit. This is something unprecedented, unheard of, like a city being under lockdown. They say almost, first it was 3.1 million, now they say around 5 million people have been locked down in their own cities. So this raises the whole virus impact to a next level for China. So China is definitely going to be impacted. And just to curb it, China has banned short sales. China has injected a lot of liquidity into the system, just to see that they don't get into a shocks-like situation, which is quite imminent.
What will be the effect on the crude and the gold prices, because they also impact the growth of the market? Or move of the market?
So very simple. See, by 2003, as I told you, China was a smaller economy. Today, China is a net importer of crude, and the moment China sneezes, the world gets a cold. So that's exactly what has happened. The moment this virus has literally bitten the Chinese economy, crude has started to fall, and crude is falling regularly. That's the only reason, because you never know when this virus effect will go down. So as of now, transport, hospitality, tourism, airports, taxis, name it, all sectors have been, it's like a ghost town. That's what they, some of the videos which come, it's a scary situation out there. So China is definitely going to take it on the chin. And crude, because since they are one of the largest importers of crude definitely also will take a setback. Coming to gold. Gold, on the other hand, is future-proof and is shock-proof. Literally, it is meant to cushion shocks in any situation and is always a repository of value. So gold, on the other hand, people want to buy more gold, accumulate it, because the faith in gold always remains, and gold always shines in a crisis.
So, will there be positive impact on India? It's a wrong question to ask because neighbor is in pain.
Yeah.
But do you see there will be some gain out of it for India, or how is it going to impact India?
Well, actually, what tends to happen is it's a yes and a no. Yes, in the sense we will get in a positive part, and no, because the whole world is now, since they have a big dominant part of the world trade, so they getting into a problem. The pain naturally transfers all over globally as well. So demand for goods and services, travel, tourism, luxury, etc. Everything starts slowing down. People become a little cautious. So spending definitely globally comes down. As a result, global demand will come down. Global growth will come down. Got it? So that is going to impact India as well, because India cannot be obvious as it's part of the global economy. Nevertheless, having said that being the global part of it, India stands to gain from this. And the reason it stands to gain from this is because of one primary reason is lower crude. India has been a net importer of crude and has always consistently, 90% of our crude requirements are imported. So as a result, when crude prices have come down, our balance of payments come down, our inflation comes down, and with a great monsoon that we've had, our food prices are lower, inflation definitely being lower, demand could definitely start escalating again. That's one part of the inflation part of the story. The second part of the story is both India and China compete on a global scale for manufacturing of goods and services. And when one man's pain becomes another man's gain, and in this case, because of China being in pain, the benefits do spill over to India and Southeast Asian countries as well, some of them. So especially if you look at it, exports again from India, my exporter friends have started receiving inquiries again, because people are scared to travel to China even now, and they are not very sure what's going to happen in the future. So with that, we are finding that inquiries for goods, and especially goods, has gone up, and inquiries will definitely turn into business. So we can definitely expect some of the loss of China in terms of exports becoming a gain of India in terms of exports.
What is your advice to our fellow trader friends and investor friends?
Well, just simple advice is that our guru, both of our guru, Warren Buffett, has always said, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. So if fear factors does set in for whatever reason in India as well, I think one should take advantage of this and look at buying good stocks which are going to benefit from this. So what are the sectors which could benefit from this? Typically look at the ones which will benefit from falling crude. Which sector benefits? Paints benefit, tires benefits, chemicals benefits, plastics benefit. So look at all these type of sectors which have a direct correlation, and airlines benefit because of course airlines get affected on the other side because of, as I said, yes and no. So they get domestic travel may not be an issue, but foreign travel will get impacted. So on the whole, you have to look at it. These are the sectors which will get benefited. Another sector which will definitely get a benefit is the hospital sector, the healthcare sector, all the diagnostic companies, all the hospital chains which we have, all of them will get a direct impact because people become more health conscious and they don't want to take a chance. Earlier, if you had fever, you would stay at home. Now if you have fever, you'll definitely go to a diagnostic center to check yourself out, because you never know what it could be.
Wow. So in such a shorter span of time, we got so much great word of wisdom. This time I'm interviewing him on a crisis part which is there in the world, but we will again host him on the channel for his word of wisdom on wealth building and wealth management. That is what his forte is. So thank you so much for your time, sir. I know that you have a busy schedule, and taking your time out for our channel, I really appreciate. And guys, he is also my mentor, my coach, my friend, my philosopher, who keeps me guiding in life. He do have a YouTube channel. I will leave the link in the description. Please subscribe to the channel. So he keeps speaking at different places across the world, and you will get to see some of those clippings on his channel. So once again, thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate you taking time out for us.
Thanks, and especially to you, because you've been doing an awesome job. I've been seeing, I'm one of your subscribers, and I think, guys, please like, subscribe and share all his videos. He's putting out some awesome content. And before I forget, I didn't tell you how the SARS ended. Once the SARS ended, the market skyrocketed again. So hopefully this virus also is just a question of time before which we get through with that and we see sunnier days again.